Are you like me and have a couple people in your family who like cheesecake better than regular cake for their birthday? Well, don't worry, I got you covered both ways. This is a birthday cake cheesecake. Let me show you how to make it. Hi guys, it's Miss Bakes a Lot, and today we're going to make a birthday cake cheesecake because I have some weirdos, kids, and you know who you are, who would rather have a cheesecake than a birthday cake. But I don't really mind because this is not that bad to make, and I kind of hate making cakes. And it's delicious. So let's get started. Okay, so before we go any further, I got to tell you guys that this recipe is not my recipe. It is from a website called lifeloveandsugar.com. Okay, so I'm never going to take credit for a recipe that is not mine. You're going to get 25 golden Oreos, and you are going to crush them up very fine in your food processor. I'm going to crush them up a little bit first in a Ziploc because I only have a baby food processor, which I love my baby food processor, but I'm going to crush mine up a little bit first. I'm going to crush them up. I'm not going to blank them up. So this time I won't get in trouble by TikTok and they won't take my video down. If you know, you know, guys. That was so weird. I still don't even know if that's the reason, but they still haven't put it back up either. So I'm going to crush mine up a little bit, and then I'm going to put them in my food processor until they're fine crumbs. Okay, so about like that, very fine, kind of like breadcrumb-ish. So just like graham cracker crumbs, just like that. And then you're going to add a 1/4 cup of melted butter. Stir that around really good until it's all blended in, just like you're doing breadcrumbs, but we're doing Oreo crumbs. I'm actually going to get in here and work it with my hands. Sometimes we use the tools that God gave us. It just works so much better. And then I have my 9-inch springform pan that I sprayed with cooking spray, and I lined with parchment paper also. And then we are going to put this on the bottom and up the sides. So I'm just going to kind of spread it out until I know it's like even along the bottom. You don't want a super thick bottom crust. And you want to have enough for the sides. And then I'll start pressing it down on the bottom. I'm just using a 1/2 cup measuring cup. And start pressing it towards the edges a little bit. And then as you're pressing it towards the edges, start pressing it up the edges, kind of. And if it's coming up on you, just move it around a little bit. Make sure you press it tight to the sides too. Okay, so this is what it should look like. It won't go all the way up the sides, guys, but that's okay. And now we're going to put this in the fridge while we're working with our other stuff. Okay, so we need 1 cup of funfetti cake mix. And it has to be heat treated because raw flour can carry E. coli and salmonella. So it's got to be heat treated up to 160 degrees. Now, if you're doing a lot of it, you do it in the oven, but we're only doing 1 cup, so I'm going to do mine in the microwave. I'm going to microwave mine at 30-second intervals until it comes to 160. So I'll let you know how long it went. Okay, so you are going to get, while that's cooling, 3 packages of cream cheese softened. And then you need a half cup of sugar. And you are going to mix that very well until it's combined. So about probably 3 or 4 minutes. And we are going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Not vanilla bean paste this time. You can add vanilla bean paste if you want, but we're not baking this, so I'm not using vanilla bean paste, but you can. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of milk. And then I'm going to give this a couple more spins just to make sure it's super smooth. And then you are going to take 16 more golden Oreos and you are going to crumble them, not as fine as for the crust, but pretty small. Crush them, I mean. Crush them, crumble them, whatever. Okay, and now we are going to add our cake mix. So these ones were actually supposed to be chopped like a lot finer. She did want them like for the crust, but I like to leave mine a little bit chunkier. And then she wants 7 to 10 of them chopped a bit coarser, probably like this. So I'm just going to add 7 to 10 more of them to this. Because some of these are fine and some of them are coarse because I did them with my meat mallet. Like some of them are coarser. So I'm just going to add 7 to 10 more. So I just made these ones like a little bit finer. Okay, so I'm going to give my bowl a scrape, get everything off the bottom. And now she wants an 8-ounce container of Cool Whip. A lot of people freak out about Cool Whip. I don't use it but maybe 2 or 3 times a year, so I don't freak out about it. If you don't like it, you can make your own homemade whipped cream. But we're going to add and fold in an 8-ounce container of Cool Whip. And fold it. Folding it just means we are stirring it very gently inside of each other, on top of each other. Fold it from the bottom up and inside out, very gently so we don't deflate the Cool Whip itself. Fold it up from the bottom, go backwards too, because sometimes you go backwards, you find a lot of spots you missed until it's incorporated. Now what it almost looks like it's done being folded, we're not done folding. So I'm not gonna wait until I'm done folding because we still got to fold more. We have to add all of our Oreo crumbs, and she says 6 tablespoons of sprinkles. That's a lot of sprinkles. I don't know if I have 6 tablespoons here or not. We're gonna find out. I mean, obviously you don't have to add that much, but I mean, it's a funfetti birthday cake. I mean, it's a funfetti cheesecake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guess I'm going to be ordering some sprinkles. Okay, start folding that in now. You don't know how tempted I am to make Cookie Monster do this for me. And that's what we're looking at, guys. Now my Jimmy's had a little bit of non-parallels, or I call them non-parallels because I don't know how to say it, but I had some mixed in there. So mine are going to bleed a little bit. So don't use those if you have all of the Jimmy's or whatever they're called, the regular sprinkles, because they do bleed a little bit. That's why I'm not folding mine a super bunch because I don't want them to bleed too much. That's why if you make a funfetti cake in the oven, don't use those either. Don't use the non-parallels. That's just what I call them. Because those will bleed in your cake and make it not that pretty. So make sure you use the regular sprinkles, you know, the little teeny long ones. All right, so I got my cheesecake crust out, and we are just going to fill our, make sure we got this up from the bottom. Crust. And we're just going to start spreading it around.
No escape from the flames. Hands up, don't be afraid. We about to detonate. Yeah, yeah. We burning up like yeah, yeah. Turn it up, take it higher. Yeah, yeah. No way you can deny us. Yeah, yeah. We the spark, we the fire. Too wild, can't cool us down. Run the heat, we own this town.
Okay, that looks pretty even to me. Okay. I'm going to set this in the fridge for about 4 to 5 hours. I'm going to put mine in the freezer so I can come back and cut it. So while that's in the freezer, we're going to make our whipped cream to decorate it with. I have chilled my bowl for about 10 minutes in the freezer. You do not have to do this, but it is a little bit of insurance that your cream is going to whip for you. So I have 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. Try to make sure it's at least 36% fat. That's more insurance it's going to whip for you. I just use the Great Value brand. It's 36% fat from Walmart. And then a half cup of powdered sugar. This is customizable. If this is too sweet for you, you can add less. I just want a half cup in mine. Okay, well, my phone went off and it shut my video off and I didn't realize it. But I also added a half teaspoon of vanilla, and then I whipped it on high until I got stiff peaks, and I stopped it. But I just want to let you guys know that I did put the food coloring in gel food coloring before I started whipping it, because if you put it in after, you might over whip it. So before I even started whipping it, I put the food coloring in. So that's what it looks like. I did blue just because I always do pink. I just made a pink cake the other day, so I did blue. So I'm going to put this in the fridge until I need it to pipe it, and I'll be back. Okay, I am back, and I have my cheesecake here, and I should be ready to unmold it. So I'm going to flick the side, open it up, and I didn't even run a knife around it or anything, you guys. Just open it right up, and there it is. I have, the bottom is still on, But look how cute that is, you guys. I always say everything's cute, but I think food is cute, especially baked goods. Only baked goods, actually. I mean, regular food I don't think is cute, but I think baked goods are so cute. So when I serve mine, you guys, I leave the bottom right on it. I am not going to try to take this off the bottom because I know I'm going to destroy it. So I leave the bottom right on it and I put that right on the cake board like that. So that's how I do mine. And then I have my whipped cream here. And I'm just going to do rosettes because that's my MO, because that's what's easy for me, so that's what I do. I think I've told you guys enough times by now that I'm not a cake decorator. I do just enough to get myself by. See, there we're running into it a little bit. Listen, even though this was in the fridge, it's a little bit soft, this whipped cream. So go on my page, and if you're going to do whipped cream for yours, make the stabilized whipped cream. That's what I should have done. I'm not making this for anything. I'm just making it for a video, so I really don't care. But upon further review, if you're making it for something, you go make, and you want to use whipped cream instead of like a buttercream or whatever, which I would suggest whipped cream for this, make the stabilized whipped cream. It pipes better, it holds up better, it's stiffer, and it's not going to weep and get soft and melt on you like this. Okay? So I'm just going to take these, as you saw in the picture probably. My MO again is I take these little pastel colored sixlets. These are actually sixlets, so they're not the hard little sugar gumball things that are going to break your teeth. They actually have the little chocolate in them, like sixlets do. So I'm just going to put some of the, like, guys, I didn't spend a whole lot of time, like, trying to get this, my rosettes perfect. Like, this isn't perfect looking. It's still cute, though. And yellow. Okay, and then... and then... I got a couple of these left, and I don't have to write happy birthday or anything in there because it's not really for anybody's birthday. I'm just going to put a few of these in the middle. And there you go. Happy birthday. Now, if I can show you without dropping it. There you go, guys. There it is. So that wasn't so bad, right? I mean, you got to crush up some cookies. You got to make a no-bake cheesecake so you don't even have to turn your oven on. There you go. So, you guys, once again, thank you guys for watching. You guys know I appreciate it. Thank you for every like, share, comment, view, save, all that. So, you guys have a great night. Have a great day whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys next time.